All right. Looks like we're good here. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're having a good Monday. Monday Night Football's on, actually, I think in the next hour or so. But whatever you're doing, I hope hopefully you had a good weekend, had a good start to your week. I thought I was finally able to stream today. If you're not a part of our Discord, unfortunately, I guess it was, Thursday last week? Wednesday or Thursday of last week, my best friend, my emotional support dog passed away unexpectedly. So I haven't made a single trade since then. I just kind of needed to take some time, and I guess would cope with that and everything. But I felt really good today. Things are getting back to, they'll never be like they were, but like emotionally, I just kind of felt like I was ready to start streaming. So that's where I've been. I've tried keeping up with you guys on Discord and letting you know what's happening. But honestly, from a trading standpoint, I just haven't been doing anything for about the last week. Because even leading up till my dog passing away, she was really sick. 2-3 days before that. So, but I just wanted to address that. So if I haven't been on Discord as much, I tried letting you guys know, but if you didn't see it, that is the reason. All right. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. So our current price is $8,216. Gonna have to make some support lines here. Alright, and if I could get a sound check on your guys' end, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to fix the colors of these lines real quick. I'll get our short-term support and resistances drawn out. This can actually be put... I'm going to have one right there. So about 8,250 to about 8,300 is going to be our next area of resistance. Right now, I can definitely say with a high level of certainty, we have flipped 7,700 is pretty good support. You have 1, 2, and then you have your third touch point right down here. And you can see we actually, and this is actually what I was talking about on our Discord here. Let's see, is this going to play? All right, just making sure. I have it on a playlist now. So this is what I was talking about on our Discord earlier before I went live. I've noticed lately the blue waves, even when you don't find like a lower level of momentum, kind of like you have right here. See, as you can see here, the selling pressure was building here on the 4-hour. But man, I'm telling you, the green dots on Market Cypher, they've been really good. So, as we do with all of our streams, it's the way I start all of my trades. You need to identify the environment that you're trading in. So the 4-hour, there's honestly not too much to see here. Now the daily is starting to look a little interesting. And why is that? All right, so your red, you can see how thick we are here in the red. And you see here how we popped a buy dot here on the daily. Let me see what's right here. So the last time we popped a green dot on the daily, we went up roughly. Let's use our price range tool. So last time we popped a buy dot, we went up roughly about 17%. So if we were to make the same type of move with our current price action, that would put us at roughly, and this makes a lot of sense, about 9,000. Well, why is 9,000 so important? Well, if you remember on all these prior dips, that 9,000, 9,002, 9,003, it was our support for quite a while. Remember each time how we'd have these crazy dips and then we'd have a nice reaction to the upside? Well, from a technical analysis standpoint, this was support. Now it's resistance. The longer you're under old support, the stronger it's going to be. Now, sometimes it doesn't work out like that. 6K back down here, I thought was going to be much more harder to break through to the upside. And we sliced through it just like butter. So theoretically, yes, it should be resistance now. So we're going to watch it closely. Man, that is not a good looking daily candle though. You can see here, it kind of looks like, as one of our community members said, it's like the Darth Maul lightsaber. That's kind of like what we're showing here on the daily. The 4-hour looks a lot better. But something I want you to, as we go back to the daily here, do you see what we're kind of forming here? I'm very curious to see if we form something like this, where we can show a lower level of bearish momentum or selling pressure, and especially if we can show a pattern like this, and then we show another green dot like right here, that could be a extremely bullish indicator. And we're going to keep a very close eye on this. Whoa. Oh. I have to go back real quick. I don't know why it went to the SPY. I literally just pushed the wrong button. It's kind of cool. I need to figure out how I did that. And we need to go to the Bitcoin Bitstamp chart. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't actually know that was a thing. Apparently, if you push the home button, it takes you to SPY. Interesting. So nonetheless, this is what we're going to be watching here. If we go back to our daily, you can see how we're kind of forming here. And, if you've watched and you've been a part of this channel, when you're this thick in the red, and you can show, very strong bullish signals like lower levels of bearish momentum, you can have violent moves to the upside. Violent moves. A good indicators like this. Do you see how thick you are here in the red? And then how just you exploded to the upside. Well, if you look here on the daily, this was a huge move. We went up roughly 200%. So I don't want to get overly bullish, because maybe you have something like this here. This is still a great move. You went from 3,100, 3,150 to about 4,200. So that's roughly about a 30% move right here. So, and basically what I'm looking at this is right here. This is a really bullish signal. You see how you have your snake eyes, your green dots? You have a lower level of selling momentum, and your money flow is you're just thick in the red here. So we're going to keep a close eye on it. The daily takes a lot of time to change, so we're going to have time to, we're going to be able to examine it as the days and weeks go by. So, the 4-hour, as we looked before, we're not really showing much. You are showing increased levels of bearish momentum, but once again, as we just talked about, the market cipher B green dots have been just extremely accurate. And not only that, but I like this little new addition that CryptoFace and them all, what they came up with. This, we actually get the dots on the green wave. I like the addition. You got a little bit of a fake out here, but nonetheless, the green dots have been pretty spot on here. I won't lie about that. Go to your 3-hour. From a blue wave standpoint, you're really not seeing much. You can see with each wave you're actually getting taller and taller. But what do we have here? You have your snake eyes, your double green dots. So the 1-hour though is where things start looking a lot better, especially from like a blue wave perspective. The 1-hour is probably my favorite time frame to use with Market Cipher, or even the MACD. I really do enjoy using the 1-hour. It's very accurate, and it kind of helps you, because a lot of times if you wait for the higher time frames to tell you a direction, generally you're going to miss the most optimal position, and you might be by the time it's showing it could be too late. So the 1-hour is kind of to me it's like a nice median between your longer time frames and then trying to trade on your really short time frames. It's like a nice equilibrium. So you can see how you have 3 lower waves of selling pressure. Once again, it's not super thick, but you're showing a little bit of red negative selling pressure, and then you had your nice move to the upside. So if we compare it to our past waves, you can see here we are slightly growing here. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. I don't know if we're just going to keep rocketing up. And the reason I say that is we've had a nice move. What are we up today? Like, I know we were at like 7,800. I mean, nonetheless, we're up like $400 or $500 today, roughly. I don't think it's the worst thing to maybe go test 8,080, 8,150, our old support that we broke last time. I don't really see that as a negative thing. It's very healthy to go back and test your support levels and then make your move back up to the upside. I mean, granted, yes, it's nice, it's euphoric, it's really awesome just to rocket through and to power through resistance and you know, have these 10, 12, 15% plus days. But if you're really wanting Bitcoin to grow, you really want coin accumulation. And to do that, you need not only areas of consolidation, but you would prefer to see, you know, to actually form support at, you know, technical levels. So we're going to watch that closely. And then, you know, if we go here to the 15-minute, this is kind of what I was talking about. You can see here, not only are you seeing it here, where we actually did build some negative momentum, but if we actually move this down here, you can see this wave right here. So it wouldn't shock me if we kind of just stay in this like 8,150, 8,000, maybe 250, 280, maybe even 300 at the tops. But trading in this like $150 range wouldn't shock me a bit if we stay here. But overall, a nice bounce. I have to say, it's let's see where we're at from our exact bottom roughly. Well, we're exactly up about 5.5%. You know, earlier today, it looks like we actually hit a high of over 8,300. So we were up almost 7% for the day at one point. Hey, what's up, everybody? So, you know, I think that's Bitcoin here, especially from like a market cipher standpoint. I mean, if we're really going to sit here and try to find, like, you know, like I said, short-term support, I would really be looking at about 8,080, 8,150. With your first area of resistance is really, it's really that 8,250, 8,300 area. Now, if we can break above that, my next target is going to be 8,500. It's that 85, 8,600 area, and it's just like last time where we failed. If we can break above 8,600, I am very confident we will fill this gap to the upside, and we'll go to test probably 92 to 9,400 again. But we have to break, and not only that, I would almost kind of prefer to see us consolidate a little bit and bounce off 8,600 as support and then make the move back up. But that's really going to be my target. So we break $8,300, 85, 86 will be my next area that I'll probably look to take profit. And to be quite honest, if we do test, you know, that 8,080, 8,150 area, I'll probably actually look to add. Let me know if there's any coins or stocks you guys would like to look at. Feeling a bit nauseous. I have some Jägermeister and Red Bull here, and I had like 3 shots earlier. And then I was like, I went outside and I did some stuff and kind of feeling a bit nauseous. I think it's that feeling, you know how if you drink like 1 or 2 shots or you drink like 1 or 2 beers, and then you just stop drinking and you kind of get that headache, like nasty stomach feeling. I think that's what I'm going through. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now I will say though, we are coming up to our next area of resistance. It's going to be the 184, 185 mark. All right. We're looking at the daily. This is Ethereum, by the way, guys. Or Ethereum. It's Ethereum. We are kind of, you can see where we're building this little right shoulder here, and we actually did pop a green dot here. I have to say, on a daily time frame, Ethereum looks a lot better. So, you know, honestly, if Bitcoin turns bullish, I'm probably going to play ETH more than I'm going to play Bitcoin. You know, as we saw, what was it, like 2 weeks ago when everyone thought alt season, you know, we kind of speculated on it happening, but, you know, this crypto's good at it. It was a pretty decent fake out. But you can see here, we are showing lower levels of momentum. Now, granted, we did make a higher high compared to this left shoulder here, but I really want to see how this green dot here on this corner, what we do with that. Now, once again, if Bitcoin turns bearish, though, all of a sudden, you know, all of this will be invalidated. There is no hedge that's a cryptocurrency to Bitcoin. Because technically, the tethers, you know, the TUSD, all of that, that's not really a hedge. It's more or less a safe haven. So, you know, here on the 4 hour, you know, it's very similar to Bitcoin, guys. You did, now granted, you did, I mean, technically you did make a higher high compared to your, you know, your more closer waves. But overall, if we're going to use this as our anchor, we are showing a lower level of selling pressure, and you popped your green buy dot, and you have a smaller one right in there. Let's go to our 1 hour. So, you know, I'm really going to start paying more attention to these green buy dots on Market Cypher B. They really are nailing it because, you know, sitting and looking at the charts from this perspective, there's really nothing really bullish to look at, you know? I mean, if you go from here to here, your selling pressure increased, and if you use this more recent wave, you can see where it was increasing. And overall, we can go from here to here. You know, the selling pressure is increasing, but I want to bring to your attention this right here. You have your ever so, your really bullish indicator, which is your snake eyes. And so, you know, your more closer time frames don't look too bad. You know, you can see we are showing some lower levels of selling pressure. You did pop your green buy dot, but look at this, your wave to the upside, and you did pop your sell dot right here, or your bearish dot, whatever you want to call it. So I really want to be shocked to see if we get some areas of consolidation just like Bitcoin, or maybe we actually get a move to the downside a little bit. I'm not saying we're going to go full on back bear, but you know, maybe we go and test and form some support. You know, on Ethereum, I would really like it to hold that 178, 180 area. Now, granted, you know, from a charting perspective, you do have decent support here about 175. But if we're going to look at from a perspective like this, let's go to our 1 hour. I don't like forming support and resistances on the 15 or anything lower than the 1 hour. You know, and this kind of just reaffirms what I just said. That 178, 180 area is your more short-term support. And if you're looking at resistance, you know, it's this 185 mark. It's really this like 184, 185. And then, you know, it's really similar to our last setup. Last time we went up. You know, it's going to be that 184, 185 area, then you're going to have about your 190, and then after that you have your basically your sell box here. This is really where the selling pressure is going to be a bit stronger, which is from 200 to 205, and if we can break above 205, I will be targeting 215 to 220. Look at that. This is from our last bullish wave we have, where we rejected 225. Seriously, Ethereum made a quick jump. We fell almost 32%, 33% in a matter of, it's from the 20th. So in a matter of about 3-4 days, Ethereum fell about 33%, 32%. It's pretty crazy. Feel like it's gonna squirt down again. Oh, we'll go look at Tron. See, I don't know. I had like 2 or 3 shots earlier, and my mouth's watering, like, kind of feeling super nauseous. Whoops. Yeah, you know I'm pretty fond of Tron when it comes to... Wow. Wow. That's really... Oh, man. Yep. She did it. Remember how we talked about? I said if we broke 180 Satoshis, we were going to go and blast above 200. We did it. You broke above 180. You know, and this is how beautiful it is. You broke through your last resistance here at about, 180, let's just call about 185. You actually came back tested it as support, and then made your next move up. I'm telling you, I know Tron gets a lot of heat on it, a lot of negative press about it, but they have a huge community, and, love it or hate it, they have a CEO or whatever you want to call it that just loves pumping his own cryptocurrency. So, my first target here is going to be about 215 to 220. If we can break that, I will be looking at roughly about the 240. But overall, in a bull market, if altcoins are really in a perfect world, I'm really going to be eyeing 270 Satoshis. This is my mark I'm looking at. This is the target I have set, in my sights right now. If you look at Market Cipher here, let's see how we look. Alright, so the 4 hour, maybe Tron gets a little bit of selling pressure here, just a little bit. It looks like we could be making a slightly lower high and bullish momentum. If we go here on the daily looks still good. Definitely made a higher high in momentum. If we go here to the 1 hour, yeah, you can kind of see it here. You are starting to form some lower waves of momentum. Now granted, we did pop a buy dot here on the 1 hour. Not like an actual green one, but you see here this little small green dot here. So we'll see how that plays out. So, it really wouldn't shock me here to see maybe Tron take a little bit of profits here. We're starting to show some signs. I don't want to call it exhaustion, but maybe we get a little bit of profit taking. And the first area I'm going to be looking for support. I'm going to use the 15 minute on this for the sole fact. It's just been going up so fast. But you can see here, especially here on the smaller time scale, we are starting to form support here from about 190 to about 195, 194. So we're actually going to get a rectangle box here. So, 190 to 195 is where I would expect some buyers to step in. Now, if we do break that, see, that's way too short term. Let's actually go to the 1 hour. Yeah. So really this, like I said, 195 to about 190, which actually extends down to here. Let's get this box extended a bit. But remember though, with this, guys, you know, Tron is going it's really going parabolic right now. So there really wasn't a lot I guess the most consolidation you had was down here when you were hovering above support. So if Tron really does want to catch some sellers where people start taking profit, I will be looking at about, you know, the 185 to 180 mark. But overall, guys, you know, we talked about this. Tron broke 180, it was going to be off to the races. And so far, you know, looking at the charting, it could be far from over. I'm really expecting at least 215 to 220 on this. So I think we could squeeze out another 10%, but it's all contingent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin wants to dump, so will Tron. But man, overall, really nice. What's up, Bit Boss, Armacedo, Michael, In It to Win It, Daz Williams, Sirkin. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I was like, you know, I kind of just felt, I was like, you know, like, you can stream for a little bit tonight. You know, it's been a tough couple days without my dog being here, but, you know, it gets a little bit better with every passing day. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Yeah, still not doing much. Current price is $8,215. And if there's any cryptos or stocks you would like to look at, let me know. Did you see General Electric today? GE? Did you see they cut pensions for like 20,000 people today? And then the stock actually went up, like it pumped. It's so scammy. Like General Electric, they're like one of the oldest stock companies. You know, they're like one of the oldest companies in the stock market. But let me know what you guys want to look at, guys. I'm debating if I want to do a shot, but I don't know. My mind's telling me yes, but my stomach is telling me no. I actually heard XRP was doing good today. Oh, I'm on Binance still. Need to go back to Bitstamp. All right. Not a good sign here. Alright, so do you see here? Do you see what I'm looking at right here on the 1 hour? Do you see how we had a beautiful candle pretty much almost directly touched our... So whenever you see a box like this that I have drawn out and you see that I have a solid line drawn through it, you know, that is a line of emphasis. And you can see all the touch points on it. But we came up today, basically, you know, touched it and then and you know, basically dropped. Came back down, tested the bottom of our actual resistance box, not the line, and we're rejecting that now. And this is literally, it's about 27.8, 27.9. with our actual, our solid line at 28, let's just call it 28.2. Let's look at our market cipher B. And just to reiterate, this is XRP Ripple. Oh. So you are showing very nice levels of bullish momentum here. Yeah, I guess XRP in a way, I guess it did have quite a drop here, when XRP or when Bitcoin blew through 9K. And you've shown multiple levels of lower levels of selling pressure, which is right here. And then you actually had another one right here. So this was your first initial wave, and this was your second wave. And as we talk about, what do you see here? Do you see how red you are here? I'm telling you, when you see lower levels of selling pressure or bearish momentum, whatever you want to call it, and you see this much red, you can have violent moves to the upside. You had your first one, which I want to call this violent. Kind of puttered here. You made some bearish momentum, and then boom, straight up to the upside. Very nice. But I don't want to get too bullish on XRP yet, because you are pretty much right at major resistance. Yeah, here on the shorter time frames, your money flow, you're definitely here in the positive now. So you're looking good. And then on your 15-minute here, it's kind of looking like all the major cryptos right now. Maybe we get a little bit of selling pressure here. Maybe take a little bit of profit, or maybe we just sit here and consolidate a little bit. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe we get a small dip coming up. Not full on bear, just a small dip. If you're going to look at areas of support and resistance, once again, it's about from 28 to 30 cents. It's going to be your major resistance. If we're going to try to find areas of support, the first area that I would be targeting, I would call it just under 27 cents, like 26.7, 26.8. See if I can get a line drawn here. So you can see how it is resistance here. You have it as support right in through here. And then you can see all the touch points across here as resistance. And then it's support right here. And then I bet if we zoom in here, it's not perfect, but nonetheless, about that 26.6, 26.7, I would be expecting some support. For some reason, if we do, we go full on bear, I'd be looking at about 25.5, 25 cents. With once again your first area of resistance, just under 28 cents, literally about right where we're at now, to about 28, and then your 30 cents. And you're gonna have pretty decent resistance here. I really want to put some emphasis on this like 28.3 area. This will be tough to break. We've already rejected it today. My guess is if we break this, roughly about 28.3, which is this right here, I think we'll have a nice move. I think we'll be able to go and test the top of our box and maybe actually break it, which is 30 cents. chain link. Let's take a look at it. Whoa. Oh, that's weird. It separated my browsers. It's alright. Damn. Alright. So, just because it's still, I'll never forget that guy on Twitch that was telling everyone that Fibonacci's only help people find better areas of value to lose money. I'll never drop it. It was so funny. What do you see here? You see anything? Like, you saw it. I haven't altered anything. We literally came right up to the 236. Whoa.
What we're gonna do right here is go back.
There we go. So your 236 is at roughly 30,500, 30,550 satoshis. To be exact, it's, you know, it's about 30,000. What is it? So it's about 30,550 roughly. It's like, man, Max, is your stomach hurting? Ugh. If we look at market cipher B, you know, we are building higher levels of bullish momentum here. You know, if we go here to the 1 hour time frames, you know, it really wouldn't shock me. Maybe it's already occurred. How much have we dropped from our high? Let's take a look here real quick. I doubt it's very much. Okay, so we're down about roughly 5%. So maybe that's it. We'll see here. On the 1 hour, you did show a lower level right here, from here to here. You can see where we made a lower level of bullish momentum. But, you know, if we, you know, take this from the other side, this is the 15-minute. You did show a lower level of selling pressure, and then you can see our current wave that we're building now. But once again, you know, this is going to be a pretty hard wave to surpass. So maybe, you know, we get a little bit of profit taking. You all right, Max? I think my dog's stomach is hurting. Stinking up the room. It's like breathing in fumes. I feel like I could cough. So, you know, but looking at, we're going to try to find some support here. The problem is you've gone so parabolic. You know, the first area I'd really be eyeing for support is maybe this like 28.6, 28.5 area, 28,500, 25 or 20. I guess it'd be 28,600. It's really between here and then this touch point here. But the thing, the kind of the issue that I'm seeing with this is you've gone so parabolic. Do you see there's really no areas of consolidation? So, but you know, from a technical standpoint, we do have our 382 here, which is roughly at about 24,000. You know, let's just call it 24,900, 25,000. That should act, which is right here, that should act as very strong resistance. I'm sorry, support. So I'm fairly confident we will not break 25,000 unless Bitcoin just goes extremely bearish, and then, you know, obviously everything will follow it. But man, Chainlink's looking really good. gone extremely parabolic. Where are we? Man, just since October, the 1st of October, we're up roughly 30%. So looking good. Let me know what you guys want to look at. About to say, I might have to take my dog outside here in a minute. It's getting to the point it's burning my eyes. I don't know what he ate, but he's just letting them off. It's straight burning my throat, my eyes. Like, it smells strong in here. My German Shepherd has an extremely sensitive stomach. We've started giving him this stuff called Royal Cane. So I hope that starts doing well for him. It's expensive enough, you'd think it would work. But it's supposed to be for, like, sensitive stomach, his skin and coat. So, we'll see. Did any of you guys see the John McAfee exchange opened up today? Let's see if I have it on my Twitter here. Thought I already had it open. But John McAfee had a DEX that he opened up. It was getting DDoS, so its launch kind of failed, but they were supposed to be online here in a little bit, or like here a few hours ago, and it was online, but I didn't see any volume coming from anywhere. The only thing that I don't like about it, though, I mean, I guess it's not bad, but there's no listing fees, there's nothing, so anyone can list anything on there. So I think I don't know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of, that's the only thing I don't like about decentralized exchanges in a way, is I can make a promise and list any coin that has, that the exchanges haven't vetted out, and it could just be completely scammy. But at the same rate, people that have legitimate products but maybe can't afford listing, now they'll have a service. Yeah. Yep. He has a new, here, let me look it up real quick. It's called, maybe it's in my, my history. I know I was literally just there. Well, here. I know it's on my phone. Looking it up on Twitter real quick so I can get the URL. I'll give it to you guys here in just a second. Alright. I'm on it now. So, it's called, let's take a look at it. It's really plain. I wish you would have a dark mode on it. Here it is, McAfeeDex.com. But yeah, here's the John McAfee exchange that came out. problem is maybe it's because I'm not logged in. Okay, I see some trades coming in. They're just not that often. This is the ES. Alright, so since I checked earlier, there is more volume coming in. Let's check a coin that we've all actually heard about. The problem is they've been getting DDoSed. Let's see if we can get like Ethereum here. I don't know. There's a lot of bugs that needs to get figured out. Like I can't check my balances. And I wish they'd get rid of this white. It's like eye blinding. I don't know. Something just I don't know. Something about this just doesn't make me feel too comfortable about it yet. There you go. I don't know, and it's really slow. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of these like super white, bright exchanges. It's kind of like why I like Bybit in a way. I like the darker format that it has. Yeah, they're just getting killed with DDoSers right now. I mean, their exchange is slow. So definitely be careful with this. I wouldn't touch it for a while. What's up, Mandy? It's like, what song is this? Yeah. Oh well. You know, I didn't think we were going to be able to look at it. Right now, I don't know if it's just how they coded it or if they're still getting DDoS. It is so slow. It's not just because we're streaming right now. It's insanely slow. But if you look through here, like if you actually go on their exchange and like mess around, I mean, look at all these coins that like nobody has ever heard of. I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be filled with a lot of scam coins. There's going to be a lot of empty promises. I mean, there's already a lot of empty promises in crypto, but more so now. There's no listing fees. There's nothing. I'm not saying that listing fees are justified, but it helps kind of vet out, you know, some of the scams. I mean, yeah, ARB token. So be careful with this. I would just use this for entertainment purposes, just to look at. But definitely, I would not deposit any money onto this yet. But I just wanted to make you aware. You know, John McAfee's exchange did launch today. I actually had no idea till like last night or the other day it was even a thing. So let's get off of this. It's so slow. One beat by drumstick. Who knows? So just let me know what you guys want to look at. Gonna see what time Monday Night Football starts tonight. I don't know. I'm extremely regretting drinking those couple shots of liquor that I had earlier. I am feeling sick. I can pretty much guarantee I'm gonna barf tonight. So if you haven't noticed already, or if you haven't found out, if you have the Yahoo Sports app, you can literally watch NFL games right off of your phone. But I think Monday night, I think Verizon owns it. So you have to have Verizon if you're going to watch off the app. Hey, Max. Max. It's my dog, Max. He's a good dog. Make sure you're good here. Ada? I heard of that. Not Ada, like the Shelly testnet. I was actually reading into that. They have a bunch of people like doing tests, and like I heard the awareness, I guess, or not awareness, but the participation in the testnet was really great. I'm generally not a fan that tries to be an Ethereum killer. I wish they would kind of just like, you know, don't try to like skirt off the Ethereum phase. There's so many coins like, oh, we're gonna overtake Ethereum. You know, in a way, that's kind of why I don't hate Tron in a way, because I think there was some competition. You know, because so if you're not familiar, guys, Ethereum. The reason Ethereum is so special compared to Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin obviously made the blockchain. Everything that we have now is because of Bitcoin. But when you talk about smart contracts, Ethereum was the one that innovated smart contracts. And what that, I mean, and it just enables so much more you can do with the blockchain. And Tron has done the same thing. And now it's kind of funny, because I remember there for a while, Justin Sun was kind of having this, like, friendly, he kept inviting, what is that, the Ethereum guy to all these random parties or crypto meetups. Pretty sure he actually invited him to that Buffett thing that never happened. But nonetheless, that Charles Hopkins guy, he's a really smart guy. You know, and as you all know, if Bitcoin, or not even really Bitcoin, but if crypto wants to go into a bull market, I'm not gonna. Scammy coins might have some great pumps, but I'm not gonna touch them. I want coins that developed and that had motivated developers during the bear market that never stopped working, that the price didn't matter. And the second thing I'm going to look for is communities that kept their strong communities and kept growing through the bear market, that people kept believing. In my opinion, with those two things, those are really what is going to separate the good coins from the alright to crappy coins in the next bull market. I would really hope investors or crypto traders they're going to be more intelligent this time around. You know, because my God, last bull market, you could close your eyes, stick all these random coins on a dartboard and hit one, and it's going to be up 20% tomorrow, you know. So hopefully a lot of us learned our lesson, but ADA is definitely going to be one of those coins on my list. If we look here on the 4 hour, let's get a closer look here. You can see here, we're actually, you know, we're really struggling here at the top of our box, which is at about that 510, 512 Satoshi. If we can break that, this is the next area I'll be looking for. Do you see I have your touch point here is support? You have a touch point here is support, and then right here is resistance. This is roughly at about 525 Satoshis, with your next area being about 550. So if we can break that 510, 512 area, I'll be targeting this you know, as we just discussed, 525, and then 550 here. If we really want to turn bullish though, you know, your overall, I would really be targeting, you know, my target really on AD is about 650 Satoshis. If you do the math from here, what is that? Let's take a look here. We're looking, wow, so we're looking at roughly about a 30% gain from our current levels here. If we look at market cipher B, let's take a look. Let's identify our environment. Let's go look at the daily. Wow, very nice. You can see here you had this is really what you want to see when you're looking for, you know, from a blue wave standpoint on market cipher B. Not only did you show a lower wave of selling pressure, but what do you see right here? It's your green buy dot. So you flashed it here, you had your green buy dot, you had your first level. This was really your confirmation here, and then you even had your second wave. And not only that, but you actually showed some red here as well. So, you know, once again, when you're in the red and you can show lower levels of selling pressure, you can have nice moves to the upside, and that's exactly what we had. You know, we went from roughly about 430, 450 to our current levels. So, if we go to our 4 hour, you are building your bullish momentum here. You've actually made a slightly higher high. I'm going to be watching this close. This could be a good selling target on ADA if we're going to keep this kind of a stance up here. So all the, you know, in general, what I'm seeing right here is I think a lot of these alts are kind of all eyes are on Bitcoin right now. I'm noticing this trend. We're starting to show flashes on the smaller time frames that maybe we get a little bit of selling. I don't want to call it selling pressure, but maybe a little bit of profit taking. I think since Bitcoin is sitting right at major resistance here, at this 8,250, 8,300 mark, I think people want to see, investors, traders, they want to see how we're going to react here. And I think there's also still a lot of unknown with these alts. The reason is that, you know, there was a time when Bitcoin was pumping, alts were selling off. When Bitcoin was dumping, alts were dumping. When Bitcoin was doing nothing, alts were doing nothing. There's kind of this period, like, I think people are asking themselves, is it alt season? Is it not? It's like a switch, and I feel like it's just getting constantly flipped on and off, on and off. So I think, you know, I know for me with alts, I'm kind of just waiting for some clarity. Swing trading is fine, but if you're actually trying to say like a full-on alt market or alt season, I don't know. I'm just not sold yet. We looked really bullish for an alt season a few weeks ago. I guess it was like, what, 2 weeks ago when Ethereum took off? And that was a fake out. But if you're looking for areas of support here on ADA, let's go to our 1 hour. I would be expecting the bottom of our resistance box, which is now should be support, which is from about 495 to 500 Satoshis. If we really want to get bearish again though, we could drop all the way to about 480. Which is right here. About 480. So 495 to 500 support, with 480 being your most bottom support. If you're looking for resistance, it's going to be that 510 to 512 area. If you can break that, I'll be targeting the 525, the 550, and then our target, which is right up here. Our target, which is right here, is 650. That's our target. So we'll see how this plays out. am I looking at over here? Oh, that's Bitfinex, that's why. So our current price is about 8,218 on Bitstamp. We're sitting at about 8,250 on Bitfinex. You good, Max? You were smelling up the whole room. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give my dog a bath here in a little bit. He's fighting this horrible, like, yeast infection. Like, it's, like, all over him. I cannot. I've literally tried everything. I went to the vet and bought this $50 shampoo. I've given him baths in vinegar, in apple cider vinegar. I went to the CBD store. I bought him CBD soap. Like, it's to the point, like, his skin is turning, like, black. And it gets this, like, I call it, like, really strong odor of, like, corn chips. But, like, sour, like, but extremely strong. And he itches, like, 95% of the day. But I have tried everything. And I can't get him to feel better. And I feel horrible. If you guys have ever had a dog that has, like, a yeast infection or something, or has skin issues, let me know if there's something you found. Because I've tried everything in the book. Mandy, are you talking to me? Am I an Aussie? It's like, I don't think I sound Australian. But, no, I want to go to Australia someday. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Pop Defender. I've tried everything with my dog. Literally everything. I've tried every home remedy. I've gone to the doctor. I've tried their own soap. Nothing works. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this is not even over exaggerating. I'll give him a bath right now. Within 6 hours, it's just the most horrible smell you could imagine. And his skin turns like elephant. It looks like elephant skin. Like black elephant skin. That's literally it. That's the most accurate description I can tell you of what it looks like. I feel so horrible for him, and it has the most horrible smell that comes off of it. But I have tried everything, and I'm just kind of lost. I just don't know what to do. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, I'm definitely not. It's like, I don't think I give the Australian vibes, but I was like, no, I'm literally from the heartland of Kansas. You're Cuban? That's awesome. Kiefer? I'm gonna write that down. Someone told me to put, what was it? Coconut oil. I've been putting coconut oil in his food, but I don't know. So if there's any other cryptocurrencies or stocks you want me to look at, let me know. Because it's looking like I'm gonna have to give my dog a bath here in a little bit. Because the odor, it is just super strong. It's almost hard to breathe in here. But I feel bad for him. But at this rate, I've been giving him a bath like every 2 or 3 days. But yeah, I've been kind of sticking with the coconut oil. I'll put that on his food. I really honestly thought apple cider vinegar or just plain old vinegar would work because it's really acidic. I feel like that would kill yeast, but it doesn't. And that's even strong. When he gets a yeasty, like, vinegar smell, it's even worse. Alright, okay. Sorry, my mic made a weird sound. It was like it kicked me offline. My one little shot will make you a freight train. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I could stomach a shot. I had about 2 or 3 shots earlier, and I went outside, and I came back in just feeling nauseated. Yeah. Yeah, you might be allergic to something. Yeah, it's very possible. The problem is I just don't know what it is. He doesn't go outside very often. I mean, he does go outside. I run him every day, but he's not like an outside dog. He doesn't roll in the dirt or roll in the grass. Like, I'm thinking it's a food allergy. Maybe I have like one of the gluten-free dogs or something. But no, if I had to bet, I bet it's a food allergy. But just let me know if there's any other cryptos or stocks you want to look at. And just to let you guys know, you know, no one really expects like, you know, like people to pass away or anything, but we are going to go back to our night stream though at 9 p.m. Eastern time every day. So we're going to get back on track. I'm actually going and meeting this awesome sales team tomorrow. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know much about him. But I got invited to meet the sales team of this Nissan dealership. So I'm kind of excited about it, you know, because I do like sales. That's, you know, I would rather have something with like an effort. You know what I mean? Where you're not just making an hourly wage, you get paid for your effort you put into it. And it's pretty lucrative. But the darn thing is I've just never owned a Nissan. But I'm kind of excited to get, especially after the passing of my dog, you know, kind of just ready to be part of society. It's not really a money thing, even though it is important, of course. Kiefer will fix that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into it. I don't even know what Kiefer is. I'm going to look up what this is. I've literally never even heard of it. Max, stop biting yourself. Hey, Max. Is this what it is, Mandy? Is this the Kiefer you're talking about? It kind of looks like that, oh, there's a food we have here in America. It looks just like that. Cauliflower. Kind of looks like cauliflower. Interesting. Like I said, I have never heard of this. It's a yogurt drink. I bet I could get him to eat yogurt. That'd be easy. Or I wonder if I could take something like this and pour it on his dog food. But yeah, thank you for it. I appreciate it. Looks like goat cheese. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I kind of thought it looked like cauliflower stuff. Like I don't know. I tasted it a few years ago. I was always kind of intimidated as a kid to eat cauliflower. It just looks scary, but it's really tasteless. Like it doesn't taste like anything really. It's kind of like broccoli with no taste. So Bitcoin looks like it's ready. Those are cheese curds you're looking at. All right, Kiefer, I'm gonna write yogurt on this because I'm gonna go to the store. Hopefully this is a. Hopefully they sell. Okay, not to be like weird, but I know our communities like across the, the globe. Is Kiefer? They sell it in America, right? It's not like a foreign food. Like, do I have to go to like a special store? Because we have like Asian supermarkets and stuff out here. Maybe I've seen it at the grocery store. But we have like international type grocery stores where they sell, it's, made for like foreigners that come over here, because they have like their traditional food you don't see in your everyday store. But like I said, maybe this isn't everyday food and I just never knew to look for it because I never heard of it. Yeah, health shops. What's up, Steven? Ready to make a move? You think we go to the downside, Bit Boss? What direction do you think we go, Bit Boss? You can get powder? Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll look for it. I'll go to the store tomorrow. We have a thing called it's called Health Whole Food, or well, I mean, we also have a thing called the Merc. I guarantee the Merc has it. Damn, San Francisco's killing the Browns already. It's 14-0 and it's still the first quarter. We're just sitting here butted up against resistance. It's 10,000, I'm sorry, wow. 8,250 to 8,300. It's going to be pretty tough to break. If we do break 8,300, my target is the 8,600 area. And if we break above 8,600, I'm fully expecting a test. We will have a little bit of resistance here at 8,800, but I'm fully expecting a 9,000 to upwards of 9,400 test. We'll test the bottom. What was the bottom of this triangle? They fumble it again? Damn, Browns are about to get blown out tonight. Yeah, Steven, I love NFL. My dang Chiefs. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. My Chiefs last night, they played horrible. Like, I mean, it wasn't even Mahomes' fault last night. Turn your chat off the slow-mo. I might have to go in through my phone because I don't actually use YouTube. I use Restream. Slow-mo shouldn't be on, but let's see here. Yeah, I was about to say I don't actually use still good. Let's see if I can fix it from here. It's like we shouldn't be on slow-mo, but filtering. Yeah, the darn Chiefs, man. Our offensive line just fell apart last night, and we've been fighting so many injuries. It was, yeah. See, we're not on slow mode. Do you see here? So I'm not sure why it's moving slow for you guys. I apologize, but we're not on slow mo. But, yeah, the damn Chiefs, though, last night, they played horrible. Our offensive line wasn't even protecting. And then, of course, Andy Reid, I mean, I love the guy, but damn, his play calling and time management sucks. I don't even think we ran the ball 15 times last night. It was just straight West Coast, like, throwing the ball every single time. And then our defensive line is just decimated. I don't know if you noticed, but, like, every single play, we don't rush to the running back. We let the running back run to us. So pretty much every play, if you run against the Chiefs, you're guaranteed to make 4 yards or less. And so that pretty much sets them up. So every time it's third down, it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, and those are much more manageable to make. But no, we're sucking. And then our defensive backs aren't very good. So when you get no pressure on the quarterback and you already have crappy, defensive backs, it's impossible to play defense. But, at least last year we had crappy defensive backs, but we had great linebackers. And our defensive line was great. So we were always, making the quarterback throw it fast. And that kind of helped us with our crappy cornerback play. But now that we're getting no pressure and we have crappy cornerbacks, it's like double sucking. Damn. Alright, so current Bitcoin price is 8,233 on Bitstamp. On Bitfinex, we're now approaching our first resistance on Bitfinex. We're about 8,250 roughly. Yeah, I'm a huge NFL fan. I love my Chiefs, but honestly, I can watch any games. And I feel bad. I'm not a huge Baker Mayfield fan, but I just feel bad for the Browns. They've been so bad my whole life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of the same teams winning every year. Like, my Chiefs haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969. You know what I mean? But like the Browns, I guess the Jaguars won it a few years ago. But like the Dolphins, the Texans, teams that have never won it before, I'll always root for them. Max. All right. Well, just let me know what you guys want to look at. Because like I said, my dog's making it so stinky in here. It's hard to breathe. I'm gonna have to go throw him in the bathtub. I say throw him. I'm gonna have to go give him a bath. This dog is stinky. Come here, Max. But but I'm gonna look at that Kiefer, the yogurt, tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the Merc and see what I can find out. I'm probably gonna have to I guess if you said it's in the yogurt section, I'll start in the refrigerated section. Maybe they'll have it at like Dillon's or something. Damn, Max, don't itch by me, you stink, dog. Toy Story 4 comes out tomorrow. Alright, so, unless we hear something back from then, I figured we'll just do a quick little analysis on Bitcoin, and we'll look at Ethereum as well. But I gotta throw my dog in the shower, or the bath. I feel like he's gonna be hairless. He's just itching like crazy, and it's hard to breathe in here. It's so stinky. But just know, guys, even though I am getting this sales position so I can get out of the house, we are gonna stream every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And if my schedule changes, I'll be in contact with you guys. But we are gonna go back to streaming every day. I've just, with my dog passing, which was my best friend for 10 years, it was just emotionally really hard. I didn't trade. I really didn't do anything for a while. But, so that's kind of why you haven't heard from me on Discord the last couple days. I've tried to peek my head in every once in a while. But, I'm starting to, be able to, emotionally deal with that a little bit better. So, but I guess the key thing is, we're going to go back to streaming every day. Man, Max, you got to get away from me. I can't breathe. So, on Bitcoin here, you have very nice support here from about 77 to about 7,800. Your first area of resistance is going to be from 8,250 to 8,300. And just remember, if we break that, my target's going to be 85 to 86. You're going to have a little bit of, the last little hurdle is going to be about 8,800. But if we break that, I'm telling you, I'm fully expecting a 9,000 to 9,200 test, upwards of maybe 9,400. So 8,600, we should be off to the races. But first off, let's concentrate on 8,300. And then let's set our sights for 8,600. We really need to break. And honestly, I think we need a parabolic break 8,600. I kind of fear that if we break it and we start consolidating and start getting a bull flag, we could BART back down. So this is one of the few situations I wouldn't actually mind if we had no consolidation. Let's break through 8,300. Let's start trucking towards 84, 85, and let's parabolically push through 86. We do those two things, I really think we'll go above 9,000. But man, if we break above 8,600, we start farting along, just like puttering out, I really will start expecting a possible BART situation, where we'll kind of come up here to the upside, we'll kind of sit here like this, and then we'll make our way back down. So we really need to see a spike of volume here. If we do break 8,300, because it's very possible this could be the top. It's very possible. We are sitting above pretty decent resistance now. But honestly, there's a lot of, it's kind of like what we talked about a couple weeks ago. With BACT being over with, we're kind of in this period of, well, what now? And we kind of have to find our new, indicator to, what's going to push this market besides speculation. There's always going to be speculation, but what can we look forward to? And I don't know if I was talking about this on Discord or here, but it really wouldn't shock me to see if we kind of consolidate for the next couple months, whether it's between 7,500 or 10,000. That's really what I'm thinking is we're going to consolidate between 7 and 10,000. And as we saw with Litecoin this year, you will start spiking 3 to 6 months before the halvening event, which is next year for Bitcoin. So I really don't, from a fundamental aspect, there's really no reason to be like, oh, we're going to 15K, we're going to 12,000. There's no reason to think that. I mean, maybe we speculate, we move higher. It's very possible. But BACT is over with. Maybe this was just a shakeout and BACT pushes us to new highs. That's very possible. But what I'm kind of thinking now is the excitement's going to settle down with Bitcoin. The volatility is probably going to settle down a bit. Maybe we get some lower price action. We get some solid coin accumulation. And maybe into December, January, February, maybe even March, we'll start building some real positive. Maybe I don't want to say positive momentum, but we'll get much more serious volatility back in the market because we'll start, as we saw this year, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. Bitcoin halving event is next year. Maybe we get a Litecoin event where, we start moving 3 to 6 months ahead of the halving event, and we price it in so when Bitcoin does have the block reward, cuts in half, we'll sell off again. That's really what my prediction is. So don't be shocked if Bitcoin gets really boring. Of course we'll have price spikes and dumps every now and then. But just don't be shocked for the next 3 months if it kind of cools down a little bit. And that might not actually be too bad because your retail get-rich-quick investors are going to move on to, other things. That'll give institutional investors that know, or what they're expecting the price will be. It'll give them time to accumulate as much coins as possible. Maybe they crash the price of Bitcoin a little bit more. They accumulate cheaper Bitcoin. They push the price up towards the beginning of the year. They get retail to FOMO in, like they always do. We'll push new highs, and as it happens every time, they'll dump on top of us. The whales will. So, just don't be too shocked if we don't get a lot of price action here the next couple months, But, but we also, as we just talked about, maybe we do go into a bullish pattern, and this was just a shakeout event for backed. I haven't actually even checked the back numbers, so I'm not really sure what kind of volume we're getting there. Mystery guy says 16,000 in October. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a realist. I would love to see Bitcoin at 16,000. If I had to take a Bitcoin bet right now, I would bet on the flip side that we would be under 16,000. To be quite honest, I don't see Bitcoin breaking 12,000 before January. I just really don't. It's not a bad thing to have solid coin accumulation, because if you think about it, what was our bottom? Like 3,400, 3,200. We would have a higher low. You would have solid coin accumulation. You would have months of coin accumulation, so you would have solid support. Then they'll push the price up. You'll have retail FOMO into it, as it always happens, and we'll make new highs. The Bitcoin halving event usually has some pretty large moves. So we're going to take a look at Ethereum, and I'm going to go give my dog a bath. They score a touchdown? No. Alright, so on Ethereum here, it looks like we're trying to form some support here at about 180. Let's see what it looks like on the 4 hour. It would look a little bit better if I pulled this out. But 180 is really going to be this 178, 180 range is really our most short-term support line. After that, you have much better solid support, around 175. And then you have our bottom trend line here, which is at about 165, our support line, not trend line. So, but besides that, you have your, it's our short-term resistance here is at 185. Your next one is at about 190. And if we break 190, I'm fully expecting a test of our resistance box here. But remember, last time we went through this box, we went up to test it, we went right through it. So what I would kind of like to see here, maybe we get a repeat event. Just know if Bitcoin turns bullish, I'm going into Ethereum. Ethereum's going to run harder. I promise you that. But if Ethereum just pumped, do you see here how we came up? We blasted through our 200, 205 resistance. We hit our first line of resistance at about 215, and we came down and darn near back tested the bottom, and we basically reaffirmed this as support. That's probably what I'm going to try to do here if we do miss out on this. But for me on this one, I will probably long Ethereum when we break $190, contingent on what Bitcoin looks like. So for me, My target long position is going to be once we break and confirm a 4-hour above 190. So, yeah, ETH dumped hard when Bitcoin. Yeah, Ethereum dumped very hard. Bitcoin time traveler said 100,000. Yeah, dude, I read that time traveler thing. It was kind of trippy, talking about how like something about the Antichrist and the sign of the beast or whatever with Bitcoin, and how he came from the future to warn us about it. It was insane. I'll have to find that article. It's somewhere on Reddit. It's really funny to read, but I think he had some like off predictions though. Didn't he predict like Martin Luther King's daughter or something to become president? I read something about it. Maybe it's not his, but there was some time traveler thing I was reading. Who knows? I get bored and I'll watch YouTube, some crazy conspiracy theory videos and stuff. But, you know, guys, I think that's going to about do it. I got to go try to pick up my 120-pound hybrid Belgian Malinois German Shepherd. I have to go give him a bath. He's not going to be happy about it. But, you know, thank you guys for tuning in. Just know we are gonna go. We're going back to our normal 9 p.m. Eastern time start times. You know, like tonight, I'd like to start them a little earlier. So if we can start them at 8 p.m. Eastern time or earlier, you know, I'll be in contact with you guys because I'm gonna be back on Discord now. You know, I just had a lot of personal things going on, and I just wasn't ready to stream. So. But, you know, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate, you know, each and every one of you for being here. But I will see you on Discord. I got to go give my dog a bath. So, let's listen to some Bulls on Parade. I love Rage Against the Machine. I can never stop raging. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on Discord.
Bullseye parade!